Imagine owning the world's greatest love songs by the greatest voices of our time.
This one here smells great. Which one? Smells like Mother's crazy sister Kate. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I do. It smells so good. She couldn't have been that crazy. I don't think so. Oh, you don't think so, huh? No. Well, she put her poodle one time in a microwave oven. To eat it? Yeah, to eat it? Oh, no. No, 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 silly.
It's your lip, whisper and say we're going all the way. Tonight.
Oh god, I hate eating so many apples, man. Yeah, dude, isn't that your second one today? Actually, my 12th. Why? Well, you know, because the old saying, an apple an hour gives unlimited power. That's not the saying, it's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. What are you doing? What is going on?
Congratulations, it's a boy. I hope he's a sorcerer. You're so cute. Oh no. What? Sorcerer? Barbarian, maybe? Not. I'm sorry, ma'am. It appears your son is a rogue. It's time to go. No!
Well, a tragic backstory begins.
I'm here to do something stupid.
I'm stupid, do me. I said that out loud.
Do you want to go in there? Just as I thought. You are ashamed of me. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm proud of you. Open up. I just don't want anybody to see you.
I'm the goblin that lives in the attic. That is where I live. That is my trash. This is my heaven.
You cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still
Monsters and creatures in D&D that instantly give me serotonin. Part 1. First off, its name is Flumph. Is Gizmo a Flumph? Very flumpy to me. Not everything that lurks in the dark is dangerous. Flumphs are one of the great oddities of the underground. Peaceful little creatures who float through the darkness on puffs of air. They communicate telepathically and express their moods through the soft, glowing colors of their tentacles. Soft pink for amusement, deep blue for sadness, green for curiosity, and red for anger. Their telepathy exposes them to the evil thoughts and emotions of other underground dwellers, sickening their true, pure nature. When good-hearted adventurers approach, flumphs are eager to soak up the positive energy. What a flumph. They have a danger rating of 0. I hope this gave you a little serotonin today. Thank you.
as a woman who has never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean, you forget yourself.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
Put a finger down if one time during a D&D session you made it clear that part of your backstory was eating a random rock that you saw that happened to be shiny, but your character just was like, cool, I'm gonna eat it, and ate it, and had that in his stomach for years. And when you had to make a very important roll at the end of the session, fighting the BBEG, you were also high that it turns out it was part of a magical rock called the Soul Stone that runs part of the Fey realm, and by having it in your body so long you've ingested enough Fey magic that now you're functionally immortal and you can't die except for on the Fey plane, so every time you die here or in any Fey plane that isn't the Fey plane, you just get yeeted back to the Fey plane and then you get to come back, so now you can never die and you're just a chaos boy who likes to explode things and doesn't respect the rules.
Weird stuff my players do. Every year, I start a brand new campaign for my friends that are scouts, that are working with me at scout camp during the summer. One of my favorite parts about running this is the fact that most of the players that join us are brand new, have never played the game before, and those are my favorite players. So it's standard, first night, first session, first set of combat, and the paladin lands a crit and kills a gnoll bandit in one shot. So the rule of cool dictates that I ask the player, how do they kill the gnoll? The paladin's reply will haunt my nightmares until the day I die. All right, so I get up and I grab it by the back of the neck and I just stab it continuously with my long sword. And I just stab it and stab it and stab it. And I reach in and pull its intestines out and show it to him and I say, bet you didn't think you'd see these.
I searched everywhere. I looked through hundreds of files, searched through my text messages. I even looked everywhere in my wardrobe, but I just couldn't find where I asked for your opinion.
Oh good, you're back. What kind of silver weapons did you get? None. I got this. That's half a bar of chocolate. Exactly. Chocolate kills dogs. We are hunting a werewolf. We need silver, daggers, or arrows. I will set this out as bait, and you just wait and see.
1 hour later.
Yeah, he's dead. Can anybody explain to me how it is that an idiot is one of the smartest people I know? Well, ingenuity is not exclusively possessed by the eminently educated, whose scholarship can sometimes inflate their egos to such a degree as to obstruct alternative avenues of rationale. Wait, the wizard told you to say that, didn't he? Yeah, he did. What does it mean?
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss.
Okay, which way to the ocean?
The closest ocean is 2 countries to the west.
Well, I got a long journey ahead of me. I should probably raid a town and steal a horse.
Okay, let's just think about this plan for a second.
Alright, I'm listening.
The main thing you want right now is a beach episode.
Yes, the main thing I want is in fact a beach episode. Have you not been watching?
Okay. Now, where is the ocean?
I asked you that question and you said 2 countries to the west. Pay attention.
That was rude. What do you call the threshold between the earth and the ocean?
That's usually what we call a beach. That's what I want.
Exactly. So you can just go to the ocean, have your beach episode, and you don't need to kill the god of the ocean.
Okay, whoa. Who said anything about needing to kill the god of the ocean?
What?
I don't need to kill the god of the ocean to have a beach episode. I want to kill the god of the ocean to have a beach episode.
But why do you want to do that? Well, why not? It seems fun. I thought your motivation was a beach episode, not killing God. God's work in mysterious ways, okay? Don't judge me!
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
What are you doing?
Story time. My players have learned that the next boss fight that they were going to be having is a Medusa with a little bit of homebrewing to it. She's also a spellcaster on top of her usual abilities listed in the monster manual, which intimidated my players a little bit. Before they charged into the room where she was lurking, they found a little kitchen that has a small winery attached to it. So one of my players, a Bladesong wizard, took a barrel, cut a hole around the bottom, and then cut it lengthwise and had two halves of this barrel. I had a feeling that she was going to use this for the fight, but what she did I did not expect. She cast Blink on herself, blinked out of the material plane. She was able to get behind the Medusa, blinked back into the material plane, slammed the two halves of the barrel around her head, and cast Mending. This was the angriest I have ever been as a DM. Well played, love. Well played.
Things in my game shop that just make sense. PlayStation VR. Super high-speed internet for gamers. Over 200 board games people can just pull out and play whenever they want. Huge tables for D&D. Thinner tables for Magic the Gathering. And huge tables surrounded by couches for long games of D&D or Warhammer 40K. Tons of books, maps, and resources that players can use. A giant red frickin' dragon head because it's friggin' awesome. Tons of cool artwork to make it feel like home. Tons of comics and graphic novels you can just read. Tons of regular novels you can just read. Xbox, Nintendo Switch, baby freaking Yoda. More Star Wars stuff. Tons of snacks and drinks. It's free to play. It's the King's Tabletop Lounge in Redding, California.
Welcome to Wally's Wondrous and Not So Wondrous Items. How can I help you today? Today, for the little bit more experienced adventurer, by which I mean has a little bit more gold in their pocket, Wally has the arrowless bow. You can still use this bow as a regular bow, but this bow has a special feature as well. This bow especially comes in handy for whenever you've run out of arrows to fling towards the enemy. Simply draw back on the empty bowstring, aim at desired target, and release. Upon doing so, an inanimate object nearby will suddenly fling towards the enemy. So be sure to have all valuables tied down and properly secured. So if you would like this item, come on down to Wally's Wondrous and Not So Wondrous Items. And if you need more info on this said item, look on places like Google or Pinterest, because Wally cannot take credit for this item.
Why did we choose D20 rings as our wedding rings? Baby, we gotta take out the trash. Roll initiative. What'd you get?
9.
11.
Welcome back to part 2. First things first, I'm gonna open up the molds and pull them on out. They're so sparkly, I'm so excited. And then I'm gonna take my pliers and cut off the sprues, and I'm gonna sand them on down. Then I'm gonna take my paint and paint on the numbers and wipe off that excess paint. Oh, so satisfying. And ta-da, here's the finished products. I really like the way that these came out. They kind of look like a sparkly honey, and just, I love it. I love it so much.
I know that as far as I can tell, you don't seem to roll that well. It really hurts like hell, but tonight you belong in jail.
Rawr.
motherfuckers, come on. Yeah. Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Release the brainstorm to make your motherfucking brain warm.
I knew this girl that absolutely hated me. I don't know what I did to her, but when I sat next to her, she'd look mad enough to bite me. At first I thought it was all in my head, until I tried to join her group for a game. Join another group, we don't want you here! Well dang. And fam, that was when I realized the power I had. With a single greeting, I could ruin her day. And from then on, I became the friendliest person in class. Then I started greeting her outside of class. But then it started to get boring. How can I take this farther? So I found out where she lived and befriended all her roommates. So after a long day of avoiding me, she could come home and I could offer her brownies.
Thank you for coming into this interview today. Please have a seat. You can take off your jacket. This is very informal. First then, what will you bring to the table?
Well, I have lots of dice.
Interesting. Next question. What is your biggest weakness?
Dice.
Do you plan on killing your party?
Oh no, never. You never kill your part. Well, I can't help it if they're stupid.
Now this next question is very important. Are you a rules lawyer, or are the books simply guidelines?
Oh, guidelines for sure.
How do you address conflict in the workplace?
Roll initiative.
Finally, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I guess in 5 years it would be about time to bring in the big bad evil guy to wreck my players' lives.
Perfect! You're hired. Welcome to the job.
Useless to tell you to leave. I wouldn't miss this for anything. Your funeral. Already had one.
Jotaro! Here! Hold!
D races. Eric Hoker, you want to fly. Azamar, you want to be pretty. Bugbear, you played everything else. Changeling, you've been thinking a lot about your gender recently. Dragonborn, you want a breath weapon. Dwarf, you want a Scottish accent, or you're a lesbian. Elf, you're playing Legolas or Thranduil. You're not Galadriel. You're not. Furbolg, you're a stoner, or your character's a stoner. Janazi, daddy issues come in 4 separate flavors. Gnome, you like an underdog goblin. You like to steal thing Goliath, you like a himbo. Half-elf, you are either biracial or bisexual, or both, or you wanted to play a human with dark vision. Half-orc, you like to hit things with a big stick, or you're a lesbian. Halfling, you are here for a good time and a long time. Human, you're overwhelmed by all of the choices, or you're seriously min-maxing your build. Kobold, your alignment is everyone else's problem. Kalashtar, your alignment is the DM's problem. Tabaxi, you don't need me to tell you you're a furry. Tiefling, you don't need me to tell you that you're gay or that you love angst. Turtle, you're the mom friend. Warforged, you like Iron Giant. Yanti, you're scaring all the hosts, please cut it out. And Kenku, if one of y'all in the comments is some silly ass name like you forgot about hobgoblins, this entire class is going to feel my wrath.